I am recording.
Okay.
Hello, Muriel and Meg.
Hello.
Hello, dear. Good. Hola, Shai. You are so far away. טוב שהאינטרנט לא משהו. Hello. Idi, wow. Long time.
Indeed. How are you? So this is to keep the video the whole time?
You're welcome to keep the video the whole time, yeah. I do not need to only see ourselves. I would really love to see you all and communicate. Yeah, that's great.
Okay.
Good. So while we are still logging in.
Hey, Loredana.
Hello, Loredana, dear.
Hello.
Hello, sweetie.
Hi.
Wow,
Hey.
we have a group of angels.
I think I will take out I will take out
We hear you very, very bad. I don't know if this is what you were trying to say.
I think I will take out the video because I have not a powerful connection here. So I will still say that I'm here, but I will disappear.
Okay, I'm not sure I understood.
Maybe you can write.
Yeah, I put out the video because the connection is not so
Yeah, okay. So you can be, if your connection is not so great,
so this is the most
then yeah, you can keep your camera off, or you can, put it off and on occasionally, just so it's fun to see you all. But if your connection is not good enough, then please keep it off. And one more instruction, if you are new to this program, is that you see that you have each one a microphone, and it's probably turned on right now. So soon we will ask to mute yourself so that you can all hear better. And then if you would like to say something, you can unmute. Okay, so just make sure that you can see this microphone. It's usually green while we are speaking, and and if you don't want to say any more hellos and kisses, then you are welcome to unmute already. To mute, thank you.
Shall I mute? Then we can unmute when we to speak.
Good, we're gonna wait just a few more minutes. I see we have Ronnie. Hello, Ronnie, we cannot see you, but we feel you. You are here with us, great. And I think more people are about to join. So we can take these few moments just to start giving space, creating space inside. Whatever you need to do for that, if it is to close the other tabs, have Facebook running, and even mute your phone. Anything that will help you to really be here. Can you read this? We are entering a very, very short process. We're just having something technical. So just a moment, I'm saying something to Michael. אתה יכול אולי לעלות מולה בפלזמה? כן, תכתוב לה בבקשה, תלחצי עליי. We're just having someone that is having a hard time to log in. So I will also say this, that if at any point you feel that like something is wrong with the link, if you cannot hear or see, then please just log out, close all of the windows, and press again the link. It usually solves everything. Or anyway, we don't have like more troubleshooting than this. It's just to restart and refresh. And anyway, this started. and we will happily send you the link after, but of course it's much better that we are all online participating and experiencing. Good. So we're just going to take a moment. I would advise, if you have now, to take this minute. If you don't have by your side a pen and a paper, then please grab one. It will be great for our little process. As I said before, I think I started a sentence and didn't finish. That it's a short time that we have together, but our intention is to really bring things from within. So it's a very blessed time, and the more we are here, present, and bringing ourselves energetically, then we are just going to enjoy. Would you like to say something before we start?
Yes, I would just want to make sure that Miri can find her way in, because she has some trouble to get in. Yeah, we're very happy about it, and let's see what's going to happen. We prepared some stuff, but at the same time, we received we like to open these Rumi cards, and the Rumi cards basically said that whatever you prepared might not work, so we're open to surprises.
Okay.
Good.
Just checking if she's on. She said something. Okay. Good. So I think we are ready to dive. So as I really love to start, most of you have already experienced some initiation with me. Some of you are here for the first time. So I love to start with a consecration of the energy. And what it means is that we tune inside, and we tune to each other. Good, Miri is on. Hello, Miri. We are happy you are here. Welcome. We are just beginning, just starting, so you haven't missed anything. So, great. We are just starting now. So, let's all take a deep breath. And another one. And really allow ourselves to come to this space, this virtual space, which is our mutual space of healing for this evening. And notice what inside you, what inner motion you are doing to bring your presence. Is it that there is more awareness to the breath? Is that you can feel your body more present, sitting on the chair or on the sofa? Just like feeling that your whole weight is merging with the ground. And at the same time, the ground, the earth is supporting you. And see how it feels that for these moments you can even deeper and more allow the support coming from the earth. And you can even maybe feel the sensation of the earth energy starting to rise from the feet up. Just a sensation that brings stability, brings a sense of natural power, natural presence. Good. And allow that energy to rise up more into your waist, to your belly and your back, rising up to the chest. And for a moment, centering in the heart. And I invite you to feel the beauty of the resonance of your own heart. How simple, how sacred our own heart is. Spiritually, we share only one heart. And yet in our experience, each one of us carries a different flavor, a different rhythm, a different feel. And let's just enjoy this for a few moments. Beautiful. And from this space of awareness, of comfort, of ease and acceptance, I invite in the space, to the space of our consciousness, my spirit guides and your spirit guides. I invite the angelic vibrations. I invite the presence and support of the curanderos lineage through Star Fuentes, Homaya Amal, and the pure divine light, the source. And with all this support and guidance and love, I am happy to open this evening, this mini workshop with gratitude, with dedication of the fruits and the flowers of this journey to the source that they came from. Thank you very much. So good, so welcome again. Nice to see you all and feel you, the ones that I do not see. Great. So we are about to start. Hello, beauty. Hello, dear. We are about to start this process, which we called Trust the Process, which you will feel and understand more. And as I said in the beginning, I'm going to repeat because some people just joined. We are in a shortened, condensed time, but we feel that the presence and participation of all of us can create and is intended in this. We are wishing for it to create a very deep moment of looking. And if you still haven't turned off, the things that grab your attention with the computer and with the phone, I really invite you and encourage you to do so. To take this hour to be fully here. And make sure you have something to write on, a paper and a pen, because we will soon start a process. And yeah, we're gonna start diving in. I forgot to say and mention, so my name is Smadar, and here is my beloved Michael, and I will ask him also to say a few words about the energy of tonight.
So basically, we call the trust the process, based on one of the beautiful light language Catalan geometry, which we'll go into this a bit later. And it was coming into our life, in our relationship, and basically in what was happening in our life, that how essential trust is. And how it can be also challenging to find this core of trust, and what does it even mean? Because there's like, we know the concept of trust, and I was thinking about like this famous concept, and you think if somebody's trusting is probably like standing like this and going to the market and full open and nothing bothers him and is fully relaxed. But this is mostly like an image or an idea. And we're just curious, what does it really mean to find this place of trust and to express it in our relationships with the intimate beings in our life, and also with life, in the more bigger relationships that we have.
Yeah, trust. I'm just going to share this from my perspective, is a huge topic. And what we wish to focus on today is trust in relationships. And relationships is, of course, the relationships with our partners, with our family members, with the people that we have close contact with. But at the same time, the aspect that we will talk about, which is our giving and receiving, is something that actually is happening all the time with the world around us. It is how we use our energy, how we are able to take in what life offers us, whether if it's from someone or from the mailman or from, the bank clerk. Everything is relationships in life, and everything is a mirror to how much we are able to participate in our relationship, in our life, how much we are open to receive, and how much we are giving. Giving not only, of course, in the physical things that I have to give, if it's my money, my food, whatever, the things that I can share, but also my energy, my heart, my care, my attention, my respect. So all of these things are, again, super deep and super meaningful, and we wish to touch upon that connection of balancing and opening the giving and receiving, and by that allowing more trust. And we will get into that. It will become clear as we go along.
Yeah, I want to add also that, like, from the specific point of view, that is very popular in many cultures, and it's very relevant, I feel, that if all life is basically relationships in different scales, in different dimensions, then for sure, like, trust is one of the fundamental pillars of all of those relationships. And my intention is that we can, like, go deeper into what it means for us, like, individually, to really touch, to ignite, strengthen, or go deeper in this pillar inside ourselves of living life with the consciousness of being fully supported, and at the same time having a sense of independence in it, without the cultural idea of independence, which is basically means isolated, but more of the core of the strength of knowing what we have, basically. And we can all take a deep breath once in a
Yes.
while.
It is a very good time to take a deep breath as we are starting to dive into exploring our giving and receiving. And we wish to explore this in an energetic way. And we will start by sharing a very short and very, very simple guided meditation that will allow us to have a feel about how we are, how is our giving and how is our receiving, not from a mental perspective of what we think our giving is and how we think we are. So I would love that we start with this. And everybody is welcome to take a deep breath. And you're welcome to close your eyes and really tune in. Good. And just again, bring up the awareness in the body. Awareness to the breath. Good. And we are sitting, each one of us is sitting in our own space. Even if you are sitting next to someone, please feel that energetically you are in your own space. You can feel the bottom of your body, whatever that means to you, whether it is the physical body or you feel something else as the bottom of your body. Just bring a very intuitive awareness to that area. And please take a deep breath. Good. Feel centered and balanced. Good. And now please bring awareness to the upper part of yourself, of your body. And again, it doesn't have to be your physical body. It can be your energetic space. How does it feel right now, the upper part of you? Is it calm and quiet? Is it relaxed? Are there many sensations? Whatever is happening, all we are doing is bringing awareness, noticing. Good, and please take also a very deep and loving breath to this area of yourself, of your experience. Good. And now we focus on our right side. And please take a moment and allow some images to come, or a sensation, or a vibration, or any of the above. How does your right side feel? Please take a deep breath. Is it very close to you? Very close to the body? Or is it so far away that you cannot even recognize the limit? Does it feel solid, like a wall? Or open and fluid or airy? Does it have a color? Please take a deep breath. Allow these sensations. Great. Notice the center of your body while you are still in the consciousness of your right side. Is the center of your body leaning towards the right or not affected? Or maybe even the opposite, maybe there is like a sense of hesitation or going backwards. Please just notice this, and with this awareness, without stepping away far, I invite you to take a pen and paper and please write to yourself anything that you feel is significant in your seeing right now of this right side, which is the giving side. And we'll give it just a moment just to note the sensations. Good. And keep breathing. And we take another breath. And we move to the left side. And again, we open our consciousness, open the awareness to perceive the energetic sensations that are felt in this side. And please do not try to interpret what you feel. Don't try to analyze. Just really be full attention, full curiosity. How does this side feel? Is it loose? Is it open? Does it flow? Or can you sense some obstacles, contraction? Can you see it? The energy, the color, the texture of this side. And again, please take a deep breath. Good. Let the vibration just be even more clear. More information can come. Is it very close to you or is it very, very far? How is it compared to the right side? Great. So we keep this energy for a few more moments, just with our awareness and care. And if you have already enough sensations, then please take again the paper and pen and write to yourself, how is your receiving? Great. And let's take a deep breath. And maybe we can hear one or two people if you want to share something significant that you saw, that you noticed between your giving and receiving, one of them, both of them, the relationship between them. You can just unmute your microphone and speak.
I would like to share.
Yes.
I had my right side. I felt it very warm, very pleasant. I felt it like summer. And then my left side, it was like winter. It was really, I was feeling like shivering. And then my center, I felt it very stable in the center, but it was a little bit painful. I felt like it's rigid. And I mean, on my left side, I had a little bit of pain. And in my center and my right side was really nice. And I felt like I'm receiving from my right side. I felt like someone was actually holding my hand on my right side.
Interesting.
Hmm.
Felt receiving from your right side.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Good to notice. Thank you.
I can share. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Wow, that's like night and day between right and left. The right side, I felt very fluid, very away from the body, in expansion, in movement, like light color. Whilst the left side, I felt red, like fire, very close to the body, quite physical and quite tight, and kind of with a much denser texture.
Wow.
And the center slightly off, slightly dizzy almost, like, but slightly on the right side, tilting.
Yeah. Beautiful. Wow. It's very strong.
Yeah.
Great. Good. Hola, team.
Hola. Hola. I just realized there was a piece of black tape over the camera on my computer. I'm very happy. Hello.
We thought
So
you
I
were
might as
sitting in the
well,
dog.
I might as well speak about my experience, no? So my right side was very identified and was solid and was kind of clear. And I could feel the boundary. It was a little hazy, but I could feel it, you know. It was like, I knew more or less where it was. It wasn't really sharp, but it was definitely there. But the left side was much more vague and was quite distant feeling and kind of closed feeling. That's all I got.
Great. Thank you. And nice to see you.
Hello. And you?
Good. Beautiful. Somebody have an urge, or we can go on? If there is, we are open to hearing one more. Okay.
I'm just gonna try to connect to Tiana. Yeah, you can go on. I was just trying to help a friend to get on the online.
So, as most of you noticed, I assume that most of you experience some kind of imbalance between the right side and the left side, between the giving and receiving. And what I actually want to offer, the perspective that I want to offer right now, is that actually our giving and receiving are one continuum of energy. They are not only influenced by each other, they are actually the manifestation of each other. And let's take a deep breath. The energy that follows this download is more than the words that I will say about it. But I know and imagine that you feel it. So basically, the giving and receiving, the right and the left, like up and down and back and front, are a polarity of energy. And when one side is not balanced, then the other side will be the contra, will be imbalanced the same. We cannot have a balanced giving energy and have a really closed and not flowing receiving energy. It is not possible. It is one energy. And therefore, when we are working with one of these sides, when we are choosing which of these aspects we are opening and healing and bringing more life and more energy, it automatically influences the other aspect, the other polarity. And I feel that the very important step would be for each one of us would be to recognize which side of this polarity is more essential for you to work on in this moment in your life. It could be that all of your life you are working with one of these polarities. It can be that you have this life lesson with receiving, and that in different aspects and different times of your life, you will develop and open in that energy. And you will see that the giving energy is influenced by that automatically. And it can be that there are shifts, that in this moment in your life, you are working on your giving, and in another, you are working on your receiving. And to notice and acknowledge which side of this polarity is more beneficial for you right now to open and purify, I would even say. I want to offer some energetic questions that can bring light and can bring some focus to this. Is there any question or something to say before we go into the questions? Okay, so let's breathe again. Good. You want to say something?
Yeah, I feel these are very practical questions, and I think the practicality of them can really show on the daily living where exactly where we are on this aspect. So this is, I feel like, the nice part of these questions.
Yeah. Good. So let's take a deep breath, and you are invited to listen to this with your eyes closed. I like to do it, so it's an invitation, because sometimes when we close the eyes, we have a more intuitive sense of our presence, our energy. Good. So listen to this with your entire energy field. How comfortable do you feel around other people when you are out of your home? Just let this resonate within. Are you considered a private person? Do people see you as being private? Are you constantly worried about being judged or evaluated by others? How easy is it for you to receive gifts, compliments, suggestions, feedback? Good. So this is one type of energy that describes the people or the ones of us that have a difficulty in receiving. And just take a deep breath, please. Good. And let's...
I would just like to add that all of this is on the level of observations, and if you add judgment to it, just notice it, and you can choose to put the judgment aside and stick to the observation level, because the observation brings clarity and it comes from a place of compassion and sincerity. We're only curious about ourselves.
Good, thank you. And a deep breath. Do you have resistance when you are being asked to give, to do something for somebody else? Do you have a hard time trusting other people? Do you constantly judge? How comfortable are you to have other people in your home? Or when people use your things? Are you noticing that if somebody takes something, you are worried that they will not give it back or that they will ruin it? Good. So, another breath. Just integrate the energy. Notice where the resonance lies more. Good. As we can see from this energy that we just described through the questions, both the not giving or not receiving is describing some type of isolation. When there is no energy flow, no natural and harmonious energy flow between us and other people. We either disconnect by not giving our energy, or by not being able to receive the energy that is offered to us. So it is as if it's an opposite thing or an opposite pattern, but it's actually one pattern. The actuality is that the root of it is this need to isolate and to not have this natural flow of connection. Good. It's like feeling that you are an independent particle in the universe, that you do not need anything, you do not need other people to give you, you do not need to give others. Others don't need anything from you. What could I possibly give? So it doesn't matter if we have justifications for this side or for this side. Basically, we are trying to keep our energy to ourselves as if it is possible. Do you want to share something more about this before we move to the healing?
No, I just feel it's very, for me personally, it's very strong.
Can you speak a little louder?
Yeah, I just said it. For me, I feel it's generally very strong and an immediate reflection for myself and person.
Good. So you are welcome to keep breathing. I don't know if you noticed, but the energy is getting a little more intense. Good. Drinking water is also a very good thing to do at this moment. The energy is not comfortable, and it's great that it is. It's just bringing to the surface this issue, this pattern within us. I really invite you to let go of the understanding of it, and as Michael said before, not to judge, not to blame, don't even go into that. All we are doing right now is bringing up this energy because we are about to give healing to it and an energetic upliftment and freshener to this pattern. So the more right now that you allow to feel this vibration in you and to allow it to touch things consciously and unconsciously, the greater the benefit that we can have through the healing that we are about to receive.
Yeah.
Good, very good.
I just want to offer the perspective that it's very easy to unconsciously go into the mode of trying to fix because we don't like what we see or because we're not comfortable in it. And the suggestion is actually to let go of fixing, because even though the belief is if I fix it, it will be better, actually the mentality of fixing is one of the ways of making the healing slower, because it creates another veil between the parts that wants to receive more profound light and love and the part that is giving the light and love. The fixing is kind of like an energy that is like the ego says, okay, I can do it, I don't need God. And when we let go of the fixing, we may even notice that there is like a natural openness that happens, like on the energetic level, on the heart level, that there is like a natural humility that comes with it, and a greater feeling of surrender, that we kind of already have the sense that we are not alone in it, in this situation. Not only because there are people just like us having the same experiences or similar experiences, but also that there's intuitive recognition of the more profound aspects of our being that are present with us constantly.
Great. Good, thank you. So what we are inviting in this energy, from this perspective, is a healing that is based on raising the consciousness, raising the vibration, and bringing a foundation, a deeper and stronger foundation of trust to our system, to our energy field. And we would like to do that with a very special and unique sacred geometry that I will share in a moment, and I will share it on the screen so you can see it and sense it at the same time. But before that, because I think there are some people that maybe are not familiar with light language, I want to say 2 sentences about light language to understand how we are using basically this gift of light. So light language is the language of our consciousness, of our perception, of our aura, when we are perceiving light through sacred geometry and color frequencies. This is the natural way that we communicate from aura to aura, and we do it subconsciously. It's not only the way we communicate, it's also the way, of course, we receive and we give our energy. It is the way we interpret what the world brings to us, and the way that we are able to send our intentions, the ones that we are aware of and the ones that we are not aware of. And this is what is creating our reality. So this knowledge of light language is coming from a shamanic tradition, a very ancient one. It is a very sacred knowledge that has been passed down for many, many, many generations. And we have the privilege of receiving this gift of light and using it to kind of upgrade our consciousness and clean. Basically, it's to clean our perception, the way we see the world. So there will be more lucidity in our interactions, in our inner interactions and our external interactions. So when we use light language, we basically bring up an energy that exists inside of us and make it more accessible, make it more dominant and more present in our energy field. And by that, we raise our vibration and we change our reality. And today, we are sharing a specific sacred geometry that comes from the family of light language, but it's like a different branch of light language, which is called the Catalan solids. These are special sacred geometries that work in a very, very deep level in our consciousness with some of the fundamental egoic patterns that we have. And I will share more about this after. But right now, I want to offer this shape that is called, I will share it on the screen just a moment as I tell you about it. Please take a deep breath. You can see the screen, the shape. Great. So take a deep breath. אתה יכול תראה איך לסדר את זה. רק שנראה, לא יודעת. אולי אפשר.
שאנחנו נראה?
שנראה יותר אנשים. לא חשוב. This shape is called Triakis icosahedron, and its nickname is Trust the Process. This shape, please breathe as I'm sharing this, creates strings of connection, gives you a possibility to be involved. It allows you to reach out and welcome what is coming. It opens the perspective and allows you to cooperate. This shape that is about trust is active and passive simultaneously. It helps to release judgment. Our judgment comes from our need to hide ourselves, to hide our masks. And because we don't want people to see our masks, the judgment is raised in us, and it creates this need to push reality away, to push things away. This is how judgment is created. And the moment we judge, we cover ourselves. So now I would like to show you this shape in 3 very beautiful colors that are from the advanced light language initiation from the 3rd level.
And just notice that when you see it, it's not just an image, but it's actually a vibration that is present and it's working. So just be open to receive it. And you can just breathe deeper.
Yes.
And let go of trying to figure it out, what it means. Just allow to feel it in your body.
And receive the healing, receive the advanced consciousness that this shape invites to. This shape is in the color that we call bisque, and it creates strings of connection. Just give it a few more seconds. Feel this vibration takes you out of your judgment and just creates the connection in the places that you held yourself back. And breathe. Very good. And moving to the next vibration.
I really like this one.
Good. Let's breathe. The name of the color, it's the same shape. Yeah, we're seeing the same shape in 3 different vibrations of color. This color is called Misty Rose. This shape allows you to melt and disappear. Basically, your ego to melt and disappear in the connection. It's like the boundaries of the ego are dissolving in this shape, and all you feel is this melting into oneness. And breathe, yes.
It's what happens to Winnie the Pooh when he opens the jaw of the honey and he can actually eat it. This is what happens, like. This is also what happens to us when we are allowed to feel like the presence of ourselves or somebody that is close to us. It naturally happens. So this consciousness can kind of open us up to this beauty and the flavor that we are sharing, and it allows the heart to let go as much as he's capable of the borders that he used to put, and to expand himself more and more.
And breathe. Of course, this is what naturally happens when we trust. We let go of our armor and we just feel like diving in
Yeah, like
diving in love.
usually when you connect to like a child or a baby, which is a bit sometimes easier, like this is kind of the consciousness that is occurring.
Beautiful.
An old friend.
And the last vibration with this shape. Feel it, it's different. I'm gonna let you feel it for a moment before I say. It's the same shape, but see how different it feels in the different vibrations. This color is called lemon chiffon. Its nickname, the nickname of the color is snap. It dissolves the energy. It breaks the energy. And with this shape, it basically allows you to realize that you are connected. No matter what your mind tells you, no matter what stories you think that you can hold on to and negotiate life through, this shape just releases it. There's a very deep sensation of enlightenment in this shape. It just washes away, it clears away the fiction that we are anything else than connected, that we are separated. And breathe. I'd like to share.
Yeah, I would like ride on this less beautiful shape. Even the church is ringing now. From this perspective of this last shape that I really, really enjoy, that basically takes us to like the perspective of our inner being. And when we are attuned to the perspective of the knowledge that we have in our inner being, that we can reflect upon ourselves in a completely different way. And if we go back a bit to the giving energy, for example, from this perspective, even if we feel we are stinching on our energy and we are protective and we can tell ourselves and judge ourselves that we are not giving our gift to the world, we are not doing what we're supposed to do, we're not doing it good enough, and so on and so on. From this perspective, we see that we are always giving, that it's impossible not to give because we are created in a way that we are constantly vibrating the specific flavor that we're meant to give, and we cannot really hold it back. There is a measurement of how much we are open to give it, but there is no way that we are not giving it. And this is like one of the false judgments that I don't know if you specifically hold them, but I feel are very strong in the collective consciousness where people just believe that they are not giving, and it's completely impossible to not give. But it's possible to believe it and to feel that you are somehow wasting your life or any one of these beliefs, and to disempower and to disvalue ourselves as we actually are. And at the same time, like from recognizing that we are naturally giving, instead of pushing ourselves to give more or to try to influence more deeply our environment, we feel how pleasant it is to naturally vibrate, and then as the same feeling that we have when we sing a nice song and we enjoy it, we want to sing more. And then like a natural motivation comes that is not forced by judgment to penetrate deeper and deeper the reality around us. I feel this is one of the kind of insights I received from working with a bit with this energy and those shapes. And even on a deeper level, if we even take it a bit deeper and really feel like what I'm about to like share now, and not keep it mentally, because then it just becomes philosophical. But it's not philosophical. That because we know deeply that we are not separate from anything, that there is nothing actually that we can hide from anything, and that there's nothing that we can do that does not exist at the same time. We cannot give something that is not already existing. And this can bring like a sense of peace and an easiness of just basically relaxing in the sense of our natural selves, that is enjoying just to know itself as a part of life, and not necessarily busy with what can I receive from life that I'm lacking, or what can I give to have more value, but just to feel like, just even for 1 second, maybe you can just like to feel like a part of this entire ocean and a part of this entire reality as an inseparable level of reality of consciousness. And we can all just take a deep breath. And really try to feel it in the body. Maybe it can spark a specific sensation or remembrance, or just a simple knowing that we have about the depths of our being, and how it's impossible to be alone in a true way. It's impossible to be disconnected in a true way, even though it may feel like this. And it's impossible to have boundaries, like actual boundaries, between us and creation, or the creative force.
Take a deep breath. Good. The same way that in physics there is this law of preservation of energy, that no energy can be gained or lost. The same way we cannot lose, because we cannot really be separate. The only thing that can happen is that the shape changes, is that the form changes. The form can be let go of, can be dissolved, but somehow that energy manifests in a different form. And this is trusting the process, trusting the essence of the energy that brings to you the form that is the most relevant and actual and meaningful for you right now. And when that energy is no longer needed, it will shift into something else or travel to a new dimension, a new level. But nothing can be lost and nothing can be gained. Beautiful. So, before we open up to hear you, to hear your sharing or questions, I would like to share a little bit more about this energy of the Catalan solids. Basically, as you saw, we gave initiation. We taught this shape, and this shape is 1 out of 13 that comes in this segment of the Catalan solids, which is an additional teaching to light language. Light language is learned in levels, level 1, 2, and 3. And in each level, there are it's in different initiation to shapes and colors and to ways we can work with these, what we call grids, energetic assemblies, to manifest things in our life, to align our energy with our highest potentials. This segment, you do not have to actually learn light language or practice light language. It is brought to you like this, so anyone can take this course. It is like for beginners, but it is really not for beginners, as you can sense the depth of this knowledge and this wisdom. The Catalan solids, each of them is a healing and an elevation of the consciousness to one of our inner laws. And an inner law is like this primal distortion in our energy field. What initially our entire ego is based upon, all of our, personality, all the things we like and dislike and want and don't want, desire and hate, and even the things that we are aware of in life and the things that we are just not aware of because it so doesn't resonate with us that we are not even aware they exist. All of that is placed on an inner law. It is a primal distortion or the primal thing that creates our ego. Through this inner law, we perceive the universal laws, just the universal energy. And each one of these shapes of the Catalan solids realigns and heals these inner laws. In the initiation of the Catalan solids, which will happen next week on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, we will learn the inner laws, the 12 inner laws, and the 13 Catalan solids that heal them. It is a profound, beautiful, and very strong and powerful class. I myself attended it, not even realizing how deep it is. Only when receiving the initiation, I experience it very strongly in my life. I use it. The thing is that people who use light language and practice light language can integrate these shapes in all of the grids, the 7, 49, and 144 grids, and it really upgrades the level of writing. I used it lately on my personal grid, and it really creates a strong shift. And I feel that this class is a true blessing. And this is this meeting that we have today is also a chance to share about this, not only that we write about it, but so you can really feel the energy of it and the invitation of openness that it can create in your life. Is there something you want to add to this?
Yeah, just like this. The interesting part of this class is that according to this teaching, each of us has like one of these 12 laws is more dominant in our life. Because as we know, like each egoic structure is a bit different. What can trigger me is not what would trigger her necessarily or somebody else. And through this class, we can identify like the very, very core pattern that is kind of running our lives. And for me, it was very meaningful to see like what I discovered about my core pattern and how I was basically could like see it more clearly, name it, and it was really a beautiful step in my journey, like to see myself deeper.
Yeah. So one practical thing, if you are contemplating to join, the registration is open. We would love to see you there. And until Friday, we had an early bird price, and that price finished, but we are opening that price again for the people of this meeting, of this webinar. So there is a discount, a significant discount of 19 euros or 80 shekels, and it's just a little more incentive. If you feel the calling, please just write us and we will be happy to share more about this.
Let's take some questions.
Yeah,
if
I
somebody
would
has.
really love to know how you are. How does this feel? If something feels not settled,
If you want
if
to,
the energy is still processing, you're really, really welcome to share.
yeah, if you feel like something is alive from this process and you wish to just share, or maybe just to receive some kind of support or feedback or an insight from us, just feel free to unmute yourself and to speak up. Who's gonna jump in the water?
And also, if people didn't show yet their camera and like to, we would love to see your face. But you don't have to.
If it's not too heavy on your computer.
Feels deep. Going to a very deep place, and it's kind of it's peaceful. There's a lot of movement happening, but it's like kind of it's peaceful, and it's like unified.
Yeah.
Feels unified.
Yeah, totally.
Thank you.
Amazing. Thank you, Tim.
Yeah, it feels like there's some kind of level of polarity is being merged, maybe.
Yeah, all of these Catalan solids, because they are based on these core patterns, on these core issues, they really take us back to the source. They take us back to the oneness. Sometimes it happens immediately and instantly, and sometimes it needs to take off layers after layers after layers after layers. But this is the actual gift I feel from this initiation, from these shapes. Especially if you work with them, in grids, or you emanate it, which you can do even if you don't know light language. It just keeps unmasking you, uncovering you, until you get it that you don't need this, that you are beyond the way you think you are, the way your self-image, basically. Thank you. Dilor, are you gonna bless us only with your smile, or you want to say something? You're so radiating.
Yes, going back to the core is great. I just feel like at peace.
Thank you. Good. There is also things that are not peaceful, that are restless. They're also totally welcome. So just feel free if someone wants to share. Good. Okay. Good. So we are arriving to the completion of this. If someone wants to share privately with us, please, you all have our emails, just write and we can connect. Yeah, I really want to thank you for being here, for taking this leap of trust and bringing into your life more light. I'm always touched and feel very blessed to be with people in this path. Yeah. Thank you, Michael, for co-holding the space. Thank you, Muriel, for your support, logistically and energetically and lovingly. Thank you all so much. And hope to see you soon.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Love you.
Love you too. I miss you.
Okay. Ciao, ciao.